Now imagine this, you're sitting at lunch, about to take a bite of your turkey sandwich. The bread is soft, the lettuce crisp, and the turkey thinly sliced, savory, and perfectly seasoned. But have you ever stopped to wonder how that deli turkey made its way to your plate? From massive machines and secret spice blends to high-speed slicers and vacuum-sealed packaging, the journey is far more fascinating and surprising than you might think. Today we're pulling back the curtain on the factory floor to show you exactly how deli turkey is made. Trust me, you'll never look at your sandwich the same way again. Our journey begins on a turkey farm. These farms are often family-owned and passed down through generations. Here, turkeys are raised with care. And believe it or not, there's a lot more to it than just letting them wander around. It all starts when the baby turkeys arrive from the hatchery. For the first few weeks, they're kept in specially heated barns called brooder houses. These cozy spaces keep them warm, safe, and stress-free. As the turkeys grow, they move into spacious climate-controlled barns, or in some farms, even to open pasture. These barns are well ventilated, kept clean, and provide the birds with plenty of room to move around, eat, and stretch those wings. Modern turkey farming is all about keeping the animals healthy and reducing stress, which actually helps improve the quality of the meat too. Turkeys are fed a carefully balanced diet, usually made up of corn, soybean meal, and essential vitamins and minerals. No growth hormones here. In fact, they're banned in US poultry farming. Farmers monitor everything from the turkey's weight to their temperature and even their mood. Yes, mood. Happy turkeys grow better and stay healthier. After about 4 to 5 months, when the turkeys have reached their ideal size, typically between 15 and 30 pounds, it's time to move on to the next stage in the journey. They're then carefully loaded onto specially designed, climate-controlled trucks for the trip to the processing plant. Safety and comfort are key, even during transportation. Next stop, the factory, where this turkey becomes the tasty deli meat we all know and love. These trucks are purpose-built for poultry, engineered to keep the birds safe, calm, and comfortable. The loading process is done with care and precision. Workers are trained to move the turkeys gently, reducing stress and preventing injury. Less stress means better meat quality, and it's just the right thing to do. The processing plants are usually not too far from the farms. Keeping the journey short helps maintain freshness and reduces stress on the animals. During transport, drivers monitor the temperature, humidity, and ventilation inside the trailer using onboard systems. These trucks are like mini mobile climate control units. And finally, we arrive at the processing plant. But before anything else happens, every turkey is carefully inspected to ensure it's healthy and fit for food production. Up next, we're stepping inside the high-tech world of poultry processing, where science, safety, and flavor all come together. You won't want to miss it. Before we head into the factory, I'm curious to know whether you're a fan of deli turkey, or would you rather prefer pork ham on your sandwich instead? Comment below the video and let's move on to the turkey processing plant. Turkey is first sent through automated systems that separate the different cuts. For deli meat, it's the boneless breast and sometimes thigh meat that are selected. These cuts are trimmed meticulously to remove fat, cartilage, and sinew, ensuring uniformity and consistency in the final product. Next, the trimmed meat is weighed and sorted before entering the seasoning phase. This is where flavor is built. Now that we've selected the best cuts, mostly boneless breast with some thigh for added texture, it's time to turn plain turkey into something delicious. The meat is loaded into industrial vacuum tumblers, massive stainless steel drums that slowly rotate like gentle cement mixers. These machines might not look flashy, but this step is where flavor and texture are born. Inside, the turkey meets its marinade, a carefully calculated brine made of water, salt, sugar, and a blend of seasonings like garlic, onion, and white pepper. Sodium phosphates are added to help the meat retain moisture, and sometimes sodium nitrate is included to preserve color and freshness. But this isn't just marinating, it's meat science in meat. Emotion. The tumbling process removes air pockets and uses mechanical energy to stretch and relax the muscle fibers, allowing the brine to fully penetrate. Tumbling can take anywhere from 1 to 4 hours, depending on the recipe. As the drum turns, it massages the meat over and over, binding proteins together and turning individual cuts into a single, uniform piece. It's oddly hypnotic, this slow, rhythmic motion turning raw meat into something almost sculptural. And when it's done, the turkey is transformed, firm, seasoned, and ready for the next big step: cooking. At this stage, the seasoned turkey takes one of two paths, each leading to a very different kind of flavor. One is subtle, clean, and moist. The other is bold, rich, and aromatic. Let's start with the cooked deli turkey. The tumbled meat is carefully packed into molds, either flexible plastic tubes or metal containers. Some versions use finely ground meat for a smoother texture, while others use whole muscle cuts for a more rustic bite. Once sealed, the molds are loaded into giant steam ovens. These ovens are massive, some the size of small rooms, and are designed to cook the turkey slowly and evenly. Steam fills the chamber, rising around the molds, gently cooking the meat to an internal. The turkey is cooked to a temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This method keeps the meat tender and moist without drying out the proteins. The entire process can take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, depending on the size of each loaf. After cooking, the molds are rushed into chilling tunnels. These are powerful refrigeration chambers where air or water rapidly cools the product. This locks in moisture, ensures food safety, and firms up the texture for perfect results. The slicing comes later on, but now let's take a detour to the smoke side of the factory. Here, this seasoned turkey is either shaped into loaves or kept as whole muscle cuts, then racked onto wheeled carts and moved into industrial smokehouses. Inside, real hardwood chips, usually hickory, applewood, or maple, are ignited to produce dense, fragrant smoke. This smoke surrounds the turkey for hours, slowly cooking it while infusing it with complex flavor compounds. Temperatures are closely controlled, low enough to cook slowly but high enough to keep the meat safe. Once done, these smoked loaves are cooled, just like the cooked ones, but they emerge with a personality of their own. Deeper, richer, and unmistakably smoky. Two different paths, two different results. But both are now ready for the final phase: precision slicing, packaging, and the journey to your local deli. Both cooked and smoked loaves are now unwrapped and moved to the slicing area. Here, ultra-precise slicers cut the meat into thin, even slices, typically 1 to 2 millimeters thick. High-tech sensors ensure consistency while blades are chilled to prevent tearing or sticking. The slices are automatically weighed and portioned into neat stacks. The stacks are then placed into trays or flexible pouches, vacuum sealed to preserve freshness, and passed through metal detectors for safety. Labels are printed with important information: weight, ingredients, nutrition facts, and best before dates. From there, boxes are loaded and shipped to supermarkets, delis, and food service outlets across the country. So, the next time you bite into a turkey sandwich, remember every slice has undergone a precise, carefully controlled journey, from farm to factory, from steam to smoke. Deli turkey is more than just a lunchtime staple. It's honestly a feat of food engineering that combines science, flavor, and tradition, all for that perfect bite. If you love this behind-the-scenes look, hit that like button and subscribe. And just in case you have missed some of our older episodes, we have you covered. We've attached a special selection of past factory review episodes to this video, so stay with us and enjoy more fascinating food discoveries. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Picture this: you are sitting at lunch, about to dip a fry in this delicious honey mustard. But have you ever stopped to wonder how exactly this zippy yellow condiment comes to life? Today we're taking you behind the scenes of a mustard factory to discover how tiny seeds are transformed into this tangy sensation. It all begins here in mustard fields. These vibrant plants are grown all over the world, with Canada, India, and parts of Europe leading the charge. The magic comes from their tiny seeds, black, brown, and yellow, all of which have unique flavors and heat levels. Black seeds are intense and spicy, brown seeds are moderately hot, yellow seeds are milder but bring that iconic bright color. The journey of mustard making begins with planting. Farmers plant these seeds in late winter or early spring, depending on the region. But wait, it's not as simple as just throwing seeds around. Most mustard farmers use high-tech seed drills to ensure the seeds are planted at the perfect depth and spacing. Why? Because mustard seeds love room to grow, and the right conditions make all the difference. Once in the ground, the seeds germinate quickly, sprouting into seedlings. In just a few days really start to sprout. In just a few weeks, they shoot up, producing lush green leaves and eventually these delicate flowers. Yellow flowers, they're not just pretty, they're absolutely vital. Bees and other pollinators flock to them, helping the plants produce seed pods. These pods are, honestly, the ultimate prize for mustard. Before we continue with the harvesting of those little beauties, I would like to ask you for a quick favor. We're putting our hearts into these videos for you, and your support, it really means the world to us. So please subscribe to our channel, like, and share with your favorite people. Let's continue our journey together through more fascinating food discoveries. After about 90 to 120 days, the plants are ready for harvest. You can tell because the pods turn golden brown and start to dry out. Most farmers use combines to harvest mustard. These machines cut the plants, separate the seeds from the pods, and leave the remaining plant material in the field as organic matter. Now, as the seeds are collected from the fields, they're being transported to the factory. The first step is just about to begin. So, cleaning and sorting comes first. Mustard seeds are harvested with all sorts of debris, twigs, dirt, even tiny rocks. Factories use sieves, air blowers, and magnets to separate the seeds from unwanted materials. Look at this. These machines work overtime to ensure only the best seeds make it through. Next, the seeds head to the crushing stage. Why crush them? Well, inside every seed lies a treasure trove of oils and flavors that only emerge when the seed is cracked. Oh, and by the way, did you know how healthy mustard is? Mustard is low in calories and contains negligible fat, making it a great addition to meals for flavor without adding significant calories. Also, mustard seeds contain several vitamins and minerals, including vitamin A, vitamin C, B vitamins, and minerals such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, and phosphorus, which are good for bone health and muscle function. But this video is about the production process of mustard. So let's move on with the factory process. So, where did we stop? Ah yes, crushing the seeds. These industrial rollers break the seeds into coarse pieces, creating what's called mustard meal. The crushed seeds release enzymes that interact with natural compounds to produce mustard's signature heat. But wait, it's not mustard yet. Mustard meal is combined with liquids like water, vinegar, or even wine, depending on the recipe. This step isn't just for consistency, it's where chemistry kicks in. When the crushed seeds meet liquid, enzymes break down compounds called glucosinolates. The result? That unmistakable mustardy heat and aroma. But there's a catch. The type of liquid and temperature control the intensity of the flavor. Want fiery mustard? Use cold water. Want something milder? Warm things up. Once the base mixture is ready, it's time for the flavor fiesta. Factories add spices, herbs, and even sweeteners to create unique mustard varieties. This is where recipes go from basic to, well, brilliant. Honey mustard, Dijon, spicy brown, you name it. It's all about the add-ins. And speaking of Dijon mustard, did you know it gets its name from Dijon, France? It's made from white wine instead of vinegar, giving it that sophisticated kick. By the way, what's your favorite type of mustard? Are you team honey mustard or team Dijon mustard? Leave us a comment below the vid. I'm curious to know. After mixing, the mustard gets one last grind to achieve that perfectly smooth texture. Or if you're a fan of whole grain mustard, it's left a little chunky for extra bite. This texture is everything. Factories use high-tech grinders to ensure every batch is silky smooth or delightfully rustic, depending on the style. Before mustard makes its way to your table, it undergoes pasteurization, a gentle heating process that ensures it's safe to eat and has a long shelf life. Then it's off to the bottling line, where machines work like clockwork to fill, seal, and label hundreds of jars or bottles per minute. It's honestly mesmerizing to watch. From here, the jars and bottles are boxed up and shipped to grocery stores around the globe. And just like that, mustard is ready for its moment in the spotlight. Your sandwich. Now comes the best part. Tasting. Mustard is so versatile, it can be tangy, sweet, spicy, or even smoky. It's perfect on hot dogs, pretzels, burgers, you name it. So